And that'll be brought to you by Garfield Memorial Hospital, Penguich Drug, Zions Bank, Security Title, and Joe Dalton Auto Body. Kesley Floyd, Brooklyn, Syra, Tori Nelson, Macy Brinkerhoff, and Oakley Johnson will start for the Mustangs.
I wonder why.
The Valley Buffaloes. I love doing that. I talk to David with my mic muted, then he answers with his off, or his on. The starting lineups for the Buffaloes are brought to you by Alton Coal Development, Zion Family Homes, Frosty's Carpet,
and Metalwork. You know, I've had him help
Metalwork.
me recently. We did the subway remodel down at the subway in Mount Carmel, and Frosty, I had him do a few things and help me out.
Also,
metal stuff.
Yep, on the champion side of the bracket, we'll have 3 officials. Championship side. Tip comes off to the Mustangs, Tori Nelson. Valley packs it into their zone. Valley shoots a few more threes than Bryce Valley. They've hit about double on the season what Bryce Valley has. There's a 3 for Brooklyn Syrat.
That's a
long
2.
2. Baseline jumper. That's Esther Cox for the Buffaloes. Lob into Harris, turn around, jump, and travel. Johnson there, interface, and Harris jumps and lands without getting rid of the ball. Nelson to Syra. Floyd. Johnson. Sired up top. Bryce Valley will just take the time, run the clock. High post open there, Johnson. Johnson up top. Johnson right wing, looks into Brinkerhoff. Pass through the hands of Johnson, picked up by Esther Cox. Cox hits a Spencer through the paint, out of bounds, Bryce Valley ball. I keep looking at Macy and I see Oakley because the hair's a different color today than it's been all season, and it's just completely throwing me off my game, David. Usually there's a blonde ponytail there, not a brown. Baseline Syrat. Travels. Inside, Harris's pass into Harris, tipped away. Brooklyn picks the pass off. Nelson bounce past Floyd. Johnson fakes the shot at the foul line, banks it in. 10-footer. For Oakley Johnson. Looking into Harris. Cox backs it out. Pick and roll. Hoyt down there, stopped. Inside to Spencer, pass tipped. Loose, Spencer gets it. Over to Ruth Cox and one. Foul on Macy Brinkerhoff. Free throw off the mark. Who made that basket? Was that Ruth Cox?
Yeah, you said Ruth.
Okay. So I was thinking, and then I didn't write it down. And
Yep.
Floyd, Syret, up top to Nelson. High pass, Syret able to get a hand on it. Floyd catches, open shot, won't go. Rebound picked up by Nelson, left wing. Johnson drives, kicks. Nelson fakes, steps in, 10-footer, rattles around, loose. Pulled down by Esther Cox. Valley on the break. And a travel. That's a lucky break for the Mustangs. Cox called it the travel. As Macy and Nelson kind of collide with each other, and both of them end up on the ground, and Macy did a good job recovering.
Savannah Wood into the game for the Buffaloes.
Hands to Brooklyn. Who's number 11 for the Buffaloes, David, set to check in?
That's Britton
Heaton. Ball taken away.
Spencer for three short. They're going to say there was a nudge in the back by Brinkerhoff.
That'll be the second foul on Brinkerhoff if that's who gets it.
Coach Brinkerhoff trying to make his point that if you're boxing out, how's that a foul?
Brings in Kristen Stewart for the Mustangs. Over the top to Heaton. And Johnson with the reach is called for the foul as Harris tries to drive baseline. Up top, Esther. Screen from Harris. Cox pulls up, drains it. Tie ball game. Syra hands to Floyd, to Nelson. Spins into the middle, bounce pass back to Floyd. Stewart baseline, back up to Syret. Syret all the way, scoops it up, won't go, rebound loose on the floor. Picked up by Cox. And the Buffaloes will slow it down. Savannah Wood up top. 18-footer, good for Whitney Spencer. Pass into Oakley Johnson. Valley takes their first lead of the game on that last shot by Whitney Spencer.
Foul on, does that go on Savannah Wood?
I think so.
Yep, foul on Savannah Wood.
Shanoff into the game for the Mustangs. So Coach Brinkerhoff typically doesn't go real deep on his bench. Floyd off the dribble, banks it in. Kesley Floyd with Siret on the bench takes the point and puts it in. Three-pointer up, won't go. Johnson. So that goes off of Hoyt, out of bounds. Nelson picks up her dribble. Stewart, and pass taken away. Picked up by Cox. Johnson gets it back. Shanoff at least gets it up, won't go. That's going to do it for the first quarter. 6-6 in a tie. Off the quarter break. This quarter being brought to you by Orderville Town, Mount Carmel Subway, Thunderbird Resort. Kesley Floyd, the rebound. Coach Brinkerhoff brings Siret and Brinkerhoff back in off the bench. In the corners, Brinkerhoff got away with a little shuffle of the feet, looked like. Siret, fake, pass, Brinkerhoff.
Oh.
Up and under. It was a great move.
Oh, that looked good. Got one little step extra.
Yep.
You can cover a little more ground if you get that extra step.
Or two.
Yeah. That was one looked pretty smooth that you might get away with once in a while.
Three-pointer on the way, won't go. Rebound, chased down by Oakley Johnson. It's it to Brooklyn. Kesley, defended by Harris. Well, it was zone. Harris on the baseline.
I thought I was sailing.
Long pass. Nelson looks at the three. Johnson can attack from there, and she needs to do it more often. Nelson dribbles. Floyd looks at the three. She'll take it. Pass over the top. Brinkerhoff with the rebound.
Pass over the top, huh?
Yep. Baseline jumper, Brooklyn Siret won't go. Harris with the rebound for the Buffaloes. Savannah Wood, little jumper, out of bounds.
Six, low-scoring game.
2 minutes into the second. Syrat, nice pass into Johnson. Johnson gets it up. Might have been partially blocked by Hoyt, and then Hoyt gets the rebound. It was a good look, a nice attack. Spencer takes the three, got the soft touch from the bank, or the bounce. Nelson. Brooklyn looks into Oakley. Tied up, alternating possession to the Mustangs. Pass taken away. Hoyt for three, won't go, and over the back on Esther Cox. Brinkerhoff to Syrat, almost has the ball taken away. Johnson to Brinkerhoff to Nelson. Bryce Valley's pass is just a little off the mark, David.
Yeah, that's right, Mike.
Cox, high screen from Harris. They're going to call an offensive foul. She didn't really hold her ground. She kind of moved with that, and they get her for it.
Those are little things that you, with three officials, just hard to get away with.
Yeah, I agree, David. The Bryce Valley's not scored in this second quarter.
You know, the Buffaloes have extended that pressure out a little.
Brooklyn catches, shoots the three. Floyd with the offensive rebound. Johnson puts it up off the mark. Three-pointer up, won't go, rebound. Johnson saves it in. Picked up by Macy. Lucky break for the Mustangs.
You know, the Buffaloes extend that up. They've got to penetrate those seams to make those passes to draw the defense in somehow.
Syrat. Backside Kristen Stewart and gets the blocking foul on Wood. Britton Heaton and Ruth Cox into the game for the Buffaloes. Pass inside Johnson, catches it high, shoots, won't go. Out of bounds, Valley ball. Shots just not falling for the Mustangs. High screen for Spencer. Lob inside to Harris, double teamed. And fouled. Didn't see a lot of contact there, David.
A lot, little. I mean, from the officials, I mean, look where he's standing. He's going to think probably there's. Sorry, it kind of came in like this instead of straight up. Sorry, you could see me, but they couldn't.
Yeah, I
kind of reached over instead of straight up.
Floyd catches on the long pass and misses the layup. Rebound by Ruth Cox. Three-pointer on the way, rebound Stewart. Backside Floyd. And a foul. Bryce Valley still scoreless in this second period. The defense of the Buffaloes is causing problems for the Mustangs. Pass thrown back court. Johnson gets it. Sire at 1 to beat. Steps up, blocked, and jump ball. Great defensive job by the Buffaloes there. Whitney Spencer. Pick and roll, tipped out of there by Stewart. Great job. Pass kicked away by Ruth Cox. Stewart athletic enough to kind of fade back, jump, and get a hand on that pass on the pick and roll and take it away. Floyd takes the shot. That's going to be short. Rebound Hoyt. Wood up top. Looks to Spencer. An open Hoyt for three. She's shot 4 or 5 of those. That's the first one she's made. Baseline Stewart to Brinkerhoff. Brooklyn. Fake by Stewart, shot short. But great baseline move. Just unable to finish. Wood. Cox. Shot won't go. Wood saves it in.
And Harris kind of hooks and pushes the defender out of the way. She's called with that offensive foul.
13 seconds to go in the first half. Bryce Valley still scoreless in the second period. Opportunity to cut that lead. Go into the half on a positive. Screen, Brooklyn drives, baseline, floater won't go. That's going to do it for the first half. 14-6. We'll be back after this with the Southern Utah University halftime report. Off the half, it's Bryce Valley ball. See what adjustments were made at halftime to try and get something going for the Mustangs. Ruth Cox called for the reach. This possession by the Mustangs brought to you by JT Steel, simply the best. Commissioner Jerry Taylor. Royal Express Transmission out in Coal Development. Also Wilson Orthodontics. Three-pointer on the way. Macy Brinkerhoff from downtown. That's a big step in the right direction, David. for the Mustangs.
Yeah, they just didn't get the shots, but good job, good ball movement, get the open shot.
Harris, high post. 3 on the way, won't go. Nelson.
Maybe it's not end of the court, Mike.
Maybe.
Because that one was what the first half looked like for the Mustangs.
Floyd. Bounce pass to Syret. Then to
Syret had the lane to the basket right there.
18-footer up by Johnson. Won't go. Rebound pulled down by Ruth Cox.
Hey, Mike, first half highlights are up on our Facebook page, Utah High School Sportscasts. Go on into the video section, and you'll be able to see.
Oh, nice lob inside to Esther Cox.
You can find all the videos or all the little highlight clips in chronological order.
Those uploaded really quick, David. You got right on it. Baseline corner, bounce pass Syret, little jumper, short. Harris for 3. Paige Harris knocks down the 3, and Valley calls a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick. This possession brought to you by Bryce Canyon Pines. Red Ledge is in. Bryce Canyon City, Bryce Country Cabins, and the Stage Stop Station there in Tropic. Bounce pass, Stewart, baseline up top to Brinkerhoff. Floyd. Lob backside to Johnson. You know, David, one of the fans, I heard him yell after that last possession by the Mustangs, shoot it like you mean it. And it really appears that a lot of the shots are short, and Rice Valley just not attacking that basket and having that confidence to put it up strong. Johnson draws the foul on Paige Harris. That's Paige's 3rd foul. That's a big foul for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. They just got to be confident in their shot, put it up. You know, you just feel a lot of pressure because the winner of this game goes to the championship game tomorrow evening, late afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. Wood. Cox.
And you just have to look at it like any other game and go out and play.
Absolutely. Kesley Floyd dribbles up top. Brinkerhoff tries to pass over the top of Wood. Wood tips it. It's picked up by Whitney Spencer. It was almost an anticipation whistle, it sounded like. And then he just, well, I blew it. I better call it.
Yeah, gives it to Stewart. Misses the first. Brooklyn Syret back in for Brinkerhoff.
Misses them both. Brooklyn with the rebound. Pass ahead to Stewart. Stewart to Johnson. Syret, left side. You know, Bryce Valley allowing the defense to push them back, it seems, as well. They're Brooklyn wide open, still open. Pass underneath, shot up, won't go. Great look, just unable to get the ball to fall through the hoop. Drive by Cox into the corner, needs help, gives it to Whitney Spencer for three. Off the iron. That's the first foul on Kesley. Pass into Hoyt. Harris playing with 3 fouls, goes against Johnson. Ball loose on the floor. Timeout, Coach Brinkerhoff saves the possession. Great hustle by Floyd to get on top of that ball.
Full timeout.
We'll be back after the Canyon Subway, Cannonville Town, Canyon Trail Rides, Clark's Market and Rustler's Restaurant in Henryville Town. Bryce Valley needs to continue to be aggressive, look for shots, force the issue. If they can get it into, Harris has 3 fouls. She's got to be careful. So if the Mustangs can get it in, and Brooklyn fakes, drives, little floater with the left hand, won't go, but she gets the foul. You know, that's a shot that usually falls for Brooklyn. Brooklyn misses her free throw. 1 of 2.
Harris splits the defenders, drives wide open layup and misses. That was a great look.
Layup, shot, won't go. Macy Brinkerhoff's ball, the ball goes out of bounds. (19-12), 2 minutes to go in the third. Esther Cox looks in. Hands to Whitney Spencer. Wood in the corner. Pass tipped away, goes between the legs of Brinkerhoff. Floyd picks it up. Valley just out hustling Bryce Valley to the ball. Oakley diving on the floor, and then it's knocked out of bounds by Esther Cox. Brooklyn to Kesley in the corner. Brooklyn, Stewart. Brooklyn. Macy's open, hesitated. Brooklyn spins left, shot up, won't go. Floyd with the rebound. Bounces it up to Johnson at the foul line.
They got to get out of the paint. They got to get out of the paint. 3 seconds, I can see it coming.
Coach Brinkerhoff says, Oakley, you're there. That's what we're trying to get. And the girls just being a little timid. Bryce Valley's girls just being a little timid.
Offensive
on Heaton. You know, there's some opportunities for Bryce Valley to claw back in this thing, and they just so far haven't taken advantage of those possessions.
Trying to see what that foul was, and
moving screen?
Yeah, they called moving screen, but hard to see from here.
Pass taken away by Cox. Johnson.
Yeah, same team. Yeah, I think that's the right call. Same team. They both had it. I don't know that they ran with it, but Brinkhoff kind of pivoted out
right
to take it. But I still don't know if that's
Heaton to Spencer won't go off the leg of Cox, and another opportunity for the Mustangs.
Both the teams struggling trying to find the bottom of the net.
Brooklyn, Nelson, Brinkerhoff. Nelson takes the three, and she's fouled on the box out by Heaton. Nelson makes her first free throw. Into the game, Kristen Stewart, Amanda Shanoff, and for Mustangs, and Wood came in for the Buffaloes. So that's going to do it for the third period. 19-14. We'll be back after this.
Field goals in the third period.
Valley only had two. Esther Cox.
Oh.
Johnson with a great look, just won't go in.
Say that pass was to Floyd, kind of bounces off her fingers right to Johnson for a wide open shot.
30-second timeout, Buffaloes. We'll be back after this. We'll get back to the Frosties carpet cleaning and metalwork after this. Lob inside to Harris. Syrett there, backside to take away the pass. Needs help. That's going to go out of bounds off the Mustangs.
I couldn't see who that one went off. I think it was Tori Nelson.
Yeah, I think so. A great backside help, and then Brooklyn kind of panicked on that, it looked like, and didn't have anywhere to go with the ball. Whitney Spencer up top. Ruth Cox. Hoyt to Spencer, back to Hoyt. Pass chased down up top by Harris. .550 to go, 19-14. This possession by the Buffaloes brought to you by State Bank of Southern Utah.
In both communities.
In both communities. White Mountain Trading Post. Three-pointer won't go. Rebound Brinkerhoff out. Johnson has Floyd wide open. Floyd catches, fakes, travels. All I know is I could have made a lot of money if I'd have said over-under of 50 points in this game. Nobody would have taken the under.
Yeah.
Defensive battle.
You talked about that a little bit in the pregame stats in the South Central pregame. That,
right.
The Mustangs hold them to low scoring, but hold teams to fewer points. One of the best in the state. You're seeing it.
Wood, 18-footer won't go. Nelson with the rebound. Almost loses the handle. Timeout, Coach Brinkerhoff. Full timeout on the floor. We'll be back after this. This possession for the Mustangs brought to you by JCI Billing, The Pizza Place, Precise Tax and Accounting, Stone Canyon Inn, Stonehearth Grill, Tropic Town, re-elect Jerry Taylor for Garfield County Commissioner, and State Bank of Southern Utah. Bryce Valley just completely out of sync, David. Buffaloes, Esther Cox. Yo-yo's up top, looks for the screen. Harris looking into Wood. Pass underneath. Misses, fouled and one. Whitney just slips behind the defense.
Missed that first one. Got her own rebound. Put up against, fouled, makes the basket. Earning 3 the hard way, Mike.
Misses her free throws. Amanda Chenault with the rebound. That was the first point scored in the fourth quarter, David, and we're 4 minutes in. Brooklyn keeps to Johnson, right side. Lead is 7. Brooklyn loses the handle out of bounds. And
that looked like it was off Brooklyn on that one.
It did.
Stayed Mustang ball.
Bounce pass into Brooklyn, just wide right. Wood down to Cox, passes out about, tipped out of bounds by the Mustangs.
You know, you get in tournament time, Mike, when you're playing a game every day.
Yeah.
It's it'll start to, you get tired towards the end of these games in the fourth quarter.
But and I agree with you, but neither one of these teams had a game yesterday.
Yeah, that's right, Mike. You had a day rest in between.
Harris, long skip pass cross court to Esther Cox. That just goes out of bounds. A little offensive, defensive substitution from Coach Brinkerhoff.
He's had a lot of success with that over the years.
Floyd looked at the three, defense recovered. Johnson, baseline jumper, off the front of the iron, rebound. Nelson goes to the ground, keeps her dribble alive. Ball out top to Johnson. Floyd for three, that's going to be off the back iron. Rebound pulled down by Esther. Spin in the paint. Harris is blocked and called for the travel. Floyd to Brinkerhoff. Brinkerhoff, looked good. Wood with the rebound. Cross court to Harris. Hoyt loses the ball. Picked up by Stewart. And a foul on Esther Cox. That's just the sixth
team foul. Neither team in the bonus yet. Mustangs will be on the next foul, or when the Buffaloes foul next, but
Brinkerhoff, Floyd. Brinkerhoff dribbles off her foot. Johnson picks it up, loses the ball. Taken out of there by Spencer.
The Mustangs, if you're going to stop the clock, they're going to have to get some fouls here. The Buffaloes,
yeah, that's
how
all
are they doing from the free throw line tonight, Mike?
Well, they have not made a free throw. But Bryce Valley needs 3 more fouls before they'd get to the line. Timeout on the floor.
We're back.
Off the timeout, Bryce Valley needs to foul and foul quick if they want the stoppages. Because they need to foul 3 more times now to get the Buffaloes to the foul line. Nope, 2 more times. Johnson with the steal. Out to Floyd, the ball just goes off her hands. Every time Bryce Valley looks like a break.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get a break, and they just kind of...
Something just
Something
falls
happens.
apart. Just cannot get it going tonight.
This afternoon.
I guess it is afternoon.
I don't even know what time it is, Mike. 4 o'clock. Is that right?
4:09.
Our clock here is on military time.
And the Buffalo's still yet to make a free throw.
16 foul on the Mustangs. There you go. Got to foul one more time. Get them to the line. Stop the clock. And
Paige Harris makes her second. Brooklyn. Pass just goes between Nelson's legs.
Buffalo with 3 timeouts. The Mustangs with 2.
.7. Harris breaks towards the basket, gets the pass. Ruth Cox. And she fouled. That'll put Hoyt at the line. She hasn't shot a free throw. Off the mark. Floyd to Nelson. Nelson dribbles, bounce pass taken away. And a foul on Brinkerhoff.
One basket here in the 4th quarter, Mike.
By either team.
Yeah, by Valley combined. And Coach Brinkerhoff giving some of the other players a chance to get in the game. And so does Coach Cox. So 1-1, so subs will come in.
Shandy Syret, Kristen Stewart, Reagan Syret, Nelson, or not Nelson, but Shanoff, and number 5, Willis.
And for the Buffaloes, Mike?
Number 5, Carly Jacobs. Stewart's fouled on the shot. Carly Jacobs. Britton Hoyt. Olivia
Heaton.
Baird. Yeah, sorry, Britton Heaton. Sierra Sowell. And Ruth Cox is in the game as well. Stewart misses her free throw. Full timeout on the floor. We'll be back after this.
Not going to run mine.
16 seconds left to go in the ball game. Sowell pass ahead to Heaton, and she's fouled. No, folks, that is not the first quarter or the first half score. 22-14, 12.3 seconds to go in the ball game. Valley 2 of 11 from the foul line. Shanoff pass over to Shakespeare to Syret. Stewart. Shanoff takes the three. He's going to be short. That's going to do it. 23-14. Valley holds on in a close one. We'll be back with the Rubies In postgame report and highlights after this.